Hey guys. Hey Shucks, I should say. Hey Shucks.
Hey, sure.
Welcome to the stream. I hope all of you are having a wonderful evening tonight. Who we got here? We got Veronica and Carol, Morgana, Sean, Rax, Patty. How are y'all doing? Hope you are doing well. Well, we have a very special guest tonight. I am thrilled to have the privilege to have Brynn Elizabeth, who is one of Lazy River's artists for their diamond paintings here tonight. And I really hope all of you will ask questions to Brynn at the end of this. Anything you want to ask her that's within reason and not too out of context. Please feel free to ask her.
We're not going to do this.
No, we're not going to do this. No, we're not going to do that. So, yes. Hello to everyone. Hello to everyone I missed. So, all right. Well, how are you going to start this stuff? Do you want to ask some questions before I start?
You can start.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you positive?
Yeah, why?
Okay, well, first of all, in the background, I'm going to be having some of Brynn's artwork rotating every 4 or 5 minutes. The first one we're looking at, this is Eden, which is just absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, what medium did you use for this one, Brynn?
So this one was very much a mixed medium piece. I think it was gouache, acrylic. I even have marker in there and colored pencil.
Really?
So, mm-hmm.
Where is the marker and colored pencil? I'm just curious.
In the flowers, there's a lot of marker in there, and with the toning on the wing, it's like little washes of marker.
Nice.
Yeah, water-based, like watercolor marker.
Mm-hmm. So, what size is the original piece?
11 by 14.
Very nice. And we can get a copy of this on your site, on your Etsy
Yeah,
shop?
for sure. Yeah, I have just like regular standard prints, and I have like really fancy giclée prints, which are like, I like those the best because they look the most like the actual piece.
Right.
So, yep, right. I have both kinds there.
That's amazing. It's just gorgeous, all the detail.
Thank you.
Yeah. So this would take you said probably about a week to complete?
That one, I remember I did it, I want to say like almost exactly a year ago. And I think it took me a little bit longer. It took me about 2 or 3 weeks. I was heavily pregnant at the time too.
Oh,
so
gosh.
Were you really?
Yeah.
Wow. So what inspired you to make this particular piece?
So that was for a Bad Apple themed auction. So the auction was themed, I think it was literally Garden of Eden. So pretty generic, but yeah.
Nice.
And the Kitsunebi piece that we just released was for this year's Bad Apple.
Yep.
auction.
Yeah, I do one every month.
Okay. Do you really?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
Wow, that's amazing. Now, is artwork the only thing that you do, or do you have another job?
Nope, that is my main job besides raising kids.
Right.
But
right.
I've done art full time since 2016.
Wow,
And
that's just incredible. I'm sure you're just thrilled to be able to do what you want to do.
Yeah, I feel very fortunate.
Yes.
Do you find it hard to manage the kids and the art at the same time?
Oh yeah, it's insanity. It really is. I don't get breaks, but I love it. I mean, it's what I've chosen to do. So like, it's fulfilling to me, but I don't get breaks. I have to force myself to take breaks.
Yeah, definitely. Veronica's asking, what medium did you start with when you started making art?
So I've been doing art my whole entire life, but like, I would say when I first started professionally, like selling art and stuff, which was about 10 years ago, I started out in acrylic and then I moved pretty quickly into oil.
Wow. Okay. So do you like acrylic or oil better?
Nowadays, I like acrylic way better.
Yeah.
It's faster. Like you you can work a lot faster. You don't have to wait for layers to dry. So
Right.
that's why I like it.
Right. Okay, I'm going to ask you some generic questions just so we can get to know you a little bit better.
Okay.
So where are you from, and how does where you're from affect your work?
Okay, so I'm like definitely a Pacific Northwest girl. So I grew up a little bit north of Bellingham, Washington. So very much the tippy top northwest corner of Washington. So I was surrounded by the ocean and the woods. And so that definitely influences kind of my aesthetics.
Mhm.
And then now I live in Eastern Oregon, which definitely does have like the woods and stuff, but it's a lot more rugged.
Right.
But it's still very beautiful. So
Right.
I try to incorporate that sometimes into my work. Like you can kind of like not so much lately, but a couple years ago I was really into like doing tree lines and stuff. So
Nice.
like in backgrounds and stuff. So
Nice. So who are your biggest artistic influences?
There's too many. I'm very influenced by like pre-Raphaelite artists. So
Okay.
like that has probably had the biggest impact on my work. But I also just I like Art Nouveau. I like the golden age of illustration. Like I like aesthetically pleasing things.
Right.
So I don't know. I don't know any one particular artist that has really been an inspiration to me. It's more like genres.
Gotcha. Now, do you find yourself attracted to a certain color palette when you create your art?
Usually it's blues.
Okay.
Yeah, I went through a period where that was like my main thing. I did everything in tones of blue, just like skin tones and everything. So I kind of gravitate towards the cooler colors.
Okay.
But it changes. Sometimes I get tired of it and I need to have some variety.
Okay, so your favorite medium is acrylic, right?
Yeah, I would say so. It's versatile.
It's just easier to work with than other.
For me, other people would say differently. Most people think it's a pretty difficult medium, but I like it.
Now, have you worked with watercolor?
Mm-hmm.
You have?
Yeah, I like it. I prefer gouache to watercolor.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like in between acrylic and acrylic and watercolor.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any watercolor pieces? I should probably have looked at that before I interviewed you.
I actually don't. I don't even own any watercolor.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all right.
Yeah.
So let's see. I'm just looking. Bellingham.
There's Cinderella.
So Linda knows Bellingham?
That's what I made a face about before. Is Linda from that area?
Oh, my camera just got super bright.
I don't know. I guess so. If she knows where it is.
I love that.
So I grew up in Linden, if she knows where that is.
She probably does if she knows where Bellingham is.
Yeah, it's like 10 minutes north of that.
Okay. This piece right here, I'm telling you, Goldilocks and the Three Bears. I definitely want to get this.
That's another one I'm ordering for myself tonight.
Yes. I definitely want to get this.
I feel like that's such an outlier in my repertoire. It's so different from what I normally do.
I feel like it is too, but I don't know. That's part of why I wanted to license you. It's not all one note.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Yeah, you've got a variety of different nature, different animals, different colors. That aquamarine, like I'm a mermaid lover.
Yeah,
so
me too.
And those like seafoamy teals, those green tones I love. So
this is that sky background.
One of the ones that drew me.
It's awesome.
Sky and the color of her dress.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
With the
So
bears.
what inspired you to make this one?
That was for another themed auction. So my dog, I'm so sorry.
Oh,
You're
don't worry.
good.
We all have animals. It's all good.
Okay. So that was for another themed auction. Otherwise, I would have never, ever done something like that. But I just ran with it and I wanted to do something a little bit different. And so it was like, I think it was classic fairy tales was the theme.
Mhm.
So yeah.
I love that.
That's just beautiful. I love it.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Love it. I just wish it was in rounds and not square stuff.
I'll probably loop around and release it in the other
I'm
shade.
giving you a hard time because I can. I'm still going to get it no matter what.
Someone was asking on Facebook too. There was one from another artist that they were looking at that was square, and I was like, I'll probably either loop around and do the opposite shape of drills for all the diamond paintings we've released, or if you don't like that shape, just email me and I can do like a special order. Because our manufacturer only has an MOQ of 1, so.
So maybe I could get a special order.
Yeah, of course.
Yes. Let's see. Linda said I thought I saw her say her family lives in Washington State. So
she said her sister lives in Issaquah and they spent a weekend in Bellingham at a B&B and fell in love.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Cool.
Nice.
And then Chaotic Crafting with V said, I used to cross the border, I think she's in Canada, and shop in Bellingham all the time when I was a teenager.
Oh, yeah.
And then my friend Cooter, who's my sister wife, wants to know if you're going to try a diamond painting.
I would love to.
Oh.
Yeah,
Tell me what you want and I will send you one.
Okay. I want to go look because there's so many beautiful ones.
Oh,
yeah.
My rating's covered up, but that's okay. This one was Owl something. Owl
Moon 2.
Owl Moon 2. Yeah. Love this
another bad apple one.
Really?
Yeah.
It's gorgeous.
How about the Mary Magdalene? Was that a bad apple one?
Yep. That was for Saints and Sinners.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so when is your favorite time to create artwork? Like favorite time of the day?
When everyone's asleep. Because that's about the only time I can. No, I don't know. I can't be picky these days. So it's literally whenever I get a chance.
That makes sense.
Yeah, but I do work probably a little bit better at night just because things are, calmer. I can really focus. So
yeah.
Is there a particular season that?
Autumn.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. It's my busiest season. It's when I feel most inspired. Like spring too a little bit, but yeah, definitely the fall.
Do you take custom orders for artwork?
I do sometimes. Right now I'm taking on a limited amount, but yeah, I do that sometimes.
Okay. That's good to know.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so we already talked about that. Sorry, I'm looking at my other screen. Does art help you in other areas of your life?
It definitely helps me focus. I have a hard time focusing on one specific task. So it definitely calms my anxiety a little bit and I can just immerse myself. I can get into the flow state. So art helps a lot with a lot of that kind of stuff.
So what do your kids think about your artwork?
Well, one of them's 9 months old, so she doesn't really have an opinion, but my 4-year-old thinks it's pretty cool.
And is your 4-year-old into art? Like besides just normal like crayon stuff?
Yeah, I'll give him canvases and like a bunch of paint and he'll just have a fun time with it.
Veronica wants to know, do you have a favorite subject?
A favorite what?
Subject.
Women.
Okay.
That's about it. Just any kind of I don't know. I mostly just paint women, so I guess that would be my favorite subject.
And some of your pieces, are they commissioned pieces that people get you to paint of them as the subject?
I have done that. I have
Okay.
done that in the past. I don't really do that anymore, but I have definitely done that in the past.
Okay. How has your style of art changed over time?
Drastically.
Has it? So what was it like in the beginning versus now?
I would say in the beginning, like when I was first like showing at galleries and stuff, it tended to be a little darker and a little more painterly. I've become a lot more refined and a lot more illustrative these days because I worked mainly in oil, so it's hard for me to control oil the way I can with acrylic. So yeah, I was more into like fine art, and now I'm more into like illustration and more just like fantasy pinup stuff. So
Okay, well, this one,
I still consider it fine art.
Yeah.
What?
I still consider it fine art. It's
Yeah.
so
Well,
beautiful.
yeah, it is. I mean, it is fine art, but it's just a little bit more. I don't know. I kind of feel almost like I think a lot of artists feel like they have to. Like I've had this conversation before with artist friends a bunch, where like you have to oil paint on canvas, and it has to be like deep and meaningful to be taken seriously. And I used to feel like that, and now I just don't. Like I'm just gonna paint what makes me happy, what I enjoy doing, and it'll shine through, I guess.
Yeah, that's how it should be. You should do what
Yeah,
you
for
do,
sure.
and whatever makes you feel good about, what you're creating, and just whatever comes to mind. It shouldn't be forced in any way.
Oh yeah, but for a while I definitely I fell into that kind of mindset where if I wasn't doing something super deep and like I don't know,
I'm sure like it also feels way more gratifying when people connect with your work now because you're putting more of yourself into it.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Aquamarine is just gorgeous. I mean,
Thank you.
Oh my gosh. And what medium did you use on that one?
That was, I believe it was gouache, acrylic, and colored pencil.
Wow.
And that piece was only 5x7.
Oh wow.
That's only a 5x7?
Mm-hmm.
How did you get that detail in her hair, nails? Jeez.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites for sure.
You must have some really young eyes.
I'm very nearsighted.
That's just gorgeous. I absolutely love that one. It's kind of got like a vintage feel to it.
You know that one's in round, right?
Is it?
Yeah.
You just want me to spend all my money with you.
And the border, the white is all white AB, which Brynn, I've told you what AB is before, right? Where it's like an iridescent. It's called Aurora Borealis drills. It's got like an iridescent coating over it, so it kind of picks up all these pastel rainbow tones.
Sounds gorgeous.
Yeah, we need to educate Brynn a little bit on diamond painting. I don't think she really understands.
I don't
extent of it. So, do you have one near you? Since I don't.
Have what? A diamond painting?
Mm-hmm. No, that you're working on.
Oh no, I just finished one. That was an old whip, and I'm gonna work on some more old whips. But I really want to do Kitsunebi. We're doing an event called Claws and Paws. Me and Laura are hosting it, and August and September. We did it last year, and it was just cats and dogs. I'm like, that's it. That
Oh,
you had to have cats and dogs in it. And then this year, Laura's a little bit more laid back, and I'm like, does Kitsunebi count? She has long nails. She's part fox. It looks
there
like
you
she has
go.
claws.
She's got a tail.
She's like, yep.
Yeah. So, but it's for charity, so it's a charitable event.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So it's fun. We had a lot of fun last year with it. So,
There it is.
yeah. So this 5x7 became a 50 by 65 centimeter, right? Right?
That's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I can't believe something that small could be blown up that big. There's my favorite. I love this one. It's just the
Thank
colors
you.
and the style. It's just
Yeah,
I
I love that one too. I was really happy with it.
okay. I gotta ask you. So, what'd you use in this one?
Almost all acrylic
Really?
with a little bit of colored pencil.
Okay. So, is this one a small as well, or is this?
It's 11 by 14.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I might have to get a copy of this one.
Yeah, I had seen a few pictures prior of her working on one, but like I was like, oh, I'm gonna need to ask for this later. And then I was planning like, okay, I'm about to contact the manufacturer for the next ones that I want to release. And this came up in my feed again. I'm like, I need it right now, please, please. I want to add it to the next round that we have coming because it's so cool.
It is. It's gorgeous. I can't wait to work on this one. And then Carol's bringing up a good point, which I didn't think about. But if I can get the Goldilocks and rounds, I could do that for claws and paws.
Mm-hmm.
I could.
Oh yeah, it's an animal.
It is. It is. Rax. Hi, Rax. Rax is from the Philippines.
The owls, I know they're technically talons, but I'm going to say they're claws so that they can qualify.
Honestly, her artwork could be like a main character in a fantasy video game. It could, Rax, for sure. Yes. Now, have you done any artwork for like books or movies or?
No. A long time ago I did do something, or I had someone reach out and want to license an image for a book cover, and it was a very, very long time ago. But that was about it.
Okay. Would you be open to licensing to other things?
Oh yeah. Yeah,
okay.
Definitely.
Okay. That's good to know.
Yeah, I have no problems with that.
Okay.
What are you planning on starting, Laura?
Who knows? I got a business now, Shug. Oh wait, that was supposed to be a secret. Never mind. Y'all didn't hear that.
No, you've been telling everybody.
Well, but it hasn't really been official yet, and I haven't released the website and all that stuff. So I love Bellingham so much. We're going to retire, looking to retire in that area.
Oh, nice.
Wow, Linda.
Wow.
Maybe you can get some art with Brynn up here while you're there. So.
Well, I don't live there anymore, so.
Oh, well, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
I live about 10 to 12 hours south, and.
Oh, that's far then.
Yeah.
Oh, Mackenzie, you're going to write a book, so you're going to keep that in mind when you write your book. There you go. There you go. All right, I'm going to ask you a strange question.
Okay.
I ask this to all the artists that come on here. So, what is your most favorite piece of yours?
Okay.
And what is your least favorite?
Okay.
Yeah.
My most favorite. Okay, I think my most favorite as of right now, I kind of have two. My most favorite was last month's Bad Apple piece, which was Goddess of Light. I really liked everything about that, how the whole thing turned out. But I also really like my Mary Magdalene painting. Like that was kind of like my magnum opus last year. So
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I love that one too.
And it was by far my most expensive piece too.
Really?
Yeah, because it was an oil painting.
Wow. Okay. And
Yeah.
what's your least favorite?
Ooh.
Like, which one did you struggle with the most?
You guys are gonna hate me, but the Goldilocks one.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Just
Because it's so
was
far out of your normal.
Yeah, it just felt like I have a hard time promoting it because it is so like out there compared to everything else. But
I love it.
I still
think
like
it's
it. I
amazing.
still like it on its own. It's just like it's a little odd to me. But I know people love it, so
Yeah, I was talking
Yeah.
to someone yesterday who was trying to decide what paintings they wanted to get from us, and they're like, my first grandchild is coming this summer, and that one would just be perfect for the nursery. And I'm like, yes, oh my God, it would be so perfect.
yeah.
So she ended up ordering that one.
Oh, nice. See, that's
Yeah.
awesome. I
Yes.
love that.
You could do like a fairy tale series.
That's what I want to do. I do want to do that because it was so like popular. I don't know. I like when people tell me like, oh, I got this for, you know, my daughter's room. Like I like that. Even if I don't like the piece, I love when other people love it. So
Yeah. I don't know if you know the original story of the Little Mermaid.
the what?
The original story of the Little Mermaid.
I've heard it's pretty dark.
Yes, but I'm a
Yeah,
sucker.
I haven't read it myself, but
yeah, if you're into like cartoony anime stuff, there's like a 1970s movie of it that's
ooh,
like very anime style.
yeah.
And yeah, that's like one of my favorites, and I would love to see more diamond paintings of like the Hans Christian Andersen version.
Yeah, that would be really cool. I'm gonna look into that.
And here's a question. We've noticed a lot of artists, and I want your opinion on this as an artist.
Okay.
A lot of artists don't actually create artwork with men in them.
Yeah.
I wonder why that is. Are they harder to depict, or?
I think for me, it's twofold. One, I don't have a lot of experience with drawing men, like at all.
Mm-hmm.
But I have like I've bought so many like art reference models of men, and I have them like tucked away in folders like to use one day, and then I just talk myself out of it. And I think things with women in them sell better.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of what it boils down to.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a lot of friends in the gay community that have asked us, you know.
I would love to paint more men, or paint a man to begin with. I think I did one last year. It was Hades.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that I would love to do more of that.
I don't think that was on your Etsy shop.
I think it is on my Etsy shop.
Is it? I'm gonna need to go back and look.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's Hades and Persephone.
Oh, I remember that. I need to ask about licensing that one, because I had a Hades and Persephone from another artist, but they're different enough.
Yeah, I remember seeing that one from the other artist. It was beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, because your Hades is more like darker skin, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's just something we've noticed. There really aren't a lot of men.
Yeah.
In art, it's mostly women, from what I've seen. So
yeah, I mean, I think there's a couple reasons for that, but
yeah. No, I just wanted to get your personal opinion.
Yeah.
Sorry, Roxanne, but the female form is prettier than the man.
Yeah, so Rax really wants us to get some artists to do some male artwork going on. So
yeah, Rax is a guy, but he has an alter ego that we call Roxanne.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna have to get Brynn to try a diamond painting and see how she likes that.
Yeah,
seriously, just tell me what you want.
Okay.
And I'll have them drop him straight to your house.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, choose one of your own pieces, and you can.
It doesn't have to be one of her own.
No. I would like probably someone else's.
I was gonna say, like, I
honestly,
don't know as an artist if it would be like awkward to be like, I already did this. I don't want to, because diamond painting takes a long time.
Yeah, I've already been through this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the one I'm working on now is Koi Mermaid from Karen Yumi, and it's taken me a month so far, and I'm not done yet.
Wow.
Yeah. It takes a while. I mean, there are a lot of people in the community though that very, very quick at doing diamond painting. But most diamond paintings are really large, and it takes a long time to put, little beads all over the.
Yeah.
So.
And as like, there's something called multi-placing. So I don't have any near me because I don't use them. But there's single placing where you use the pen and you just place one at a time, and then you can multi-place where you can do up to like 15 if they're all the same color, and just do like chunks, and that makes it go a lot faster. So the more experienced people can work up to those bigger sizes and go a lot faster. But me personally, I prefer the repetitiveness of one at a time, that motion. It's more calming for me. Yeah. Which is why we diamond paint. It's such a like anxiety relieving and calming activity.
That's because what I need.
Yeah, because it like it engages your brain just enough that you're making sure you're putting the right color in the right place. Yeah. But you also, it quiets it. You're not like, oh my God, I have to do this and I have to do this. And it kind of just calms that stuff down. So, yeah. So if you single place, it takes a heck of a lot longer than the people who multi-place, but you're going to be a first timer. So yeah, they'll take a while. Another reason I like doing it is because single placing, if it takes me longer, I feel like I got my money's worth even more. Because I'm like, this was like 2 months worth of entertainment for me and like relaxation for me, and it was $60. Like that's amazing, such a deal.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely, for me, it's therapeutic with my anxiety and depression, where I can just sit down, focus on that, and everything else goes away, and you just have like, music in the background or an audiobook, where you're just not thinking about all of the things that run through my head all day. So
yeah,
it's awesome. I really enjoy it. I used to do adult coloring with all kinds of colored pencils and stuff, and it just got so frustrating trying to pick the colors for the page. It's like, I want my colors picked out for me.
Yeah.
So I just have to do it. So yeah, I used to be big into colored pencils. I have all kinds of really bougie colored pencils just sitting in a closet. It's a shame.
And then Brynn, I don't know if you saw it, but Angie's Crafting with Diamonds, she got a sneak peek of Aquamarine a while back, and she did an unboxing of it. I posted about it, but if you haven't seen it, I can send you the link.
I don't think I've seen it.
Okay. Yeah, I'll send you the link. Okay. The printing on it wasn't great, so I had to have them reprint it and send her another copy. But I added a little something to it because I like to do that. So on you're not gonna be able to see it very well. See if I can get it in a tray. The tiara, I wanted to highlight. So there's these. Ooh, no, they're falling out. Oh, give me 1 second. So there's these diamonds, and they're like translucent, but they have that kind of AB. I don't know if you can see it. So yeah, all these rainbow colors. And I sent those to her with the kit so that she could switch out the ones in the tiara for these, so that it looks like a sea opal tiara.
Yeah. Cool.
All right, so tell me, when did you start? I know you said you've been doing art your whole life, but like, you started as a child, and then did you go to school specifically for art?
Nope. I can tell you the story about my art school career. because I think it's funny. So I never went to a special school for art. I think I did art lessons. I was a homeschooled kid for several years. And so like I went to an art class for like just regular kids for a couple years. And then that was it. And then I of course took like art class in high school. And then I decided to go to like an art college. And I went there for 4 days and then I dropped out because
Really?
I was like,
Oh my
yeah.
gosh. Why?
So I was like, I don't think I want to do this. I don't want to go to school. I think I'm just going to do it my own way. And so I did.
That's awesome, though. I mean,
She's like, I don't think I need this.
Well, it was just, I just knew, I kind of knew what I wanted to do with my art. And I wanted to, I wanted to sell it. And I think at art school, they kind of push more like, what is your message type thing. And that just kind of wasn't what I wanted to do with my art. So I just wanted to create what I wanted and to be able to sell it on my own. And so that's what I did.
I think it can be hard too, because I would assume that like they're judging you on what they find appealing, and that would probably take a lot of your passion for it away.
For
and
sure.
kind of make you second guess yourself.
Yeah, and it would have cost like thousands and thousands of dollars every year. So I didn't rack up that debt.
Yeah.
And so saved myself a lot of money. And just
So
worked
you were just self-taught? I mean, like, how did that work? You just started like watching videos, or how did you?
Yeah, watching videos, kind of just trying to emulate like artists and genres that I liked, and just learned from there and asked like art friends what they do, and just kind of went from there.
Now, do you do any digital art at all?
I used to. I used to like do like pencil drawings and then color them digitally. And that was really fun. I started doing that a little bit this year when I got my new laptop, but I haven't really. I wish I would do more with that because it is really fun and it's soothing, but it just, I don't know. I haven't done that yet as much as I want to.
I find it just infuriating, but I'm old, so I'm trying to learn Procreate. I just want to smash my iPad. So, yeah. But it's really cool that, in this day and age, what people can do with, an iPad and a pencil. It's crazy. So,
yeah, there's some really, really beautiful digital art out there.
There is, for sure. But I'm old school. I like the acrylic or the oil or the watercolor.
I like watching what things, how paint reacts in reality and seeing the weird effects I can get from it. So
it's just expensive though when you mess it up and you have to start over.
Yeah, it can be for sure.
Yeah, the supplies and stuff. So I'm just looking at chat. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up on chat. Hello to everyone that I missed.
Yeah, I'm like typing so I don't interrupt you.
Oh, you're fine. And there's people like me who enjoy the destination more than the journey, Rex. Yes. Self-expression, definitely. Yep. All right. So do any of you have questions for Brynn? It can be about her artwork, about diamond painting.
Cooter just asked one.
Yeah, just ask away. Is there something you want to paint but have not yet?
Yeah, there's lots of things. A lot of things. Like we were talking about men. I really want to paint more men. There's certain like mythological things that I want to paint that I don't feel like my skill level is quite there yet. So I haven't done that. But there's a lot of concepts that I have in my brain that I have not painted yet. I I like cats. My husband is extremely allergic to cats, so I haven't had a cat in my life for a very long time.
Oh,
But I would love to paint cats.
yeah.
I mean,
I have
I-
Chinese cats, so yeah. Do you have any hobbies? That's a good question, Carol.
I do. I like to play video games, and I like to cook, and I like to bake, and I don't know. I like to do outdoorsy things because I live where I do live. So like on the weekends, I like to go out in the woods and just kind of forage, just be
Really?
out in nature. Yeah.
Do you like forage for like certain like mushrooms?
Berries and
Oh
stuff.
yeah, it's
Berries?
almost
Do you
mushroom
really?
season. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Awesome.
Where we live, morel season is a huge deal. So it's almost morel season. So yeah, I love doing that kind of stuff.
So can you cook that and eat it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. They're delicious.
Well, that saves you some money right there.
Yeah, and they're very expensive.
Cooter asked the same question that I kind of asked when I went like this. Have you seen your art? Your skills are crazy.
I know.
You're like
right?
mythological. I don't think my skill level's yet. And I'm like,
Yeah, but I'm
that
like,
one is great.
I'm terribly self-critical though, and so like, I don't know. I don't feel like I'm where I want to be quite yet. So.
Oh wow, we've got some more questions. Okay, let's see.
Awesome.
Aquamarine needs a merman. I agree.
Yeah, I think a merman might be a good idea this month, maybe.
Yeah.
For
Do you have a
mermaid.
place that inspires you?
Do I have a what?
A place.
A place?
Mhm.
Yeah, just like I live in like one of the most beautiful places on earth, I feel like. So anytime I go out into the woods or out into the desert, because we do have desert here, I always take pictures, and I don't know, I feel inspired by everything here. So
That's awesome. Are there certain animals that you enjoy painting? And Patty says she loves your owls.
I really do like painting owls. My favorite owl that I've ever painted was, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right because it's a Welsh word, but Blodawith, I think.
That's one of the ones that comes up on the background.
Right.
Yeah. That was my favorite owl.
I
That's
love that
probably my
one.
favorite animal that I've ever painted. And that was an oil painting.
Wow.
So yeah, I really like painting owls.
So do you use like an actual photograph as your reference for that?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll usually like compile a couple and have a couple that I'm looking at.
Right. Does your husband do art as well, or is he totally opposite?
Complete opposite.
What does he do, if you don't mind us asking?
He's a heavy equipment mechanic.
Nice.
So yeah,
Definitely
So he
opposite.
can do stuff
total
around the house.
opposite. Yeah, we work really well together because we're opposites in some ways and we're exactly alike in other ways. So
That's awesome. All right. So what's your favorite video game right now?
right now I'm kind of switching off between Breath of the Wild and Stardew Valley, which I feel like a lot of people like those.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Stardew Valley is my comfort game. So
It is a good game just to chill out and
for
it's very
sure.
calming. Yes.
Yeah, and my favorite game of all time is Zelda Majora's Mask, and then I also just really like Skyrim. Those are all like games that I kind of go back to.
Yeah, a lot of us here in the community, we game as well. So I wanted to
Awesome.
ask. Yeah, I've been playing until recently World of Warcraft
Nice.
and Overwatch, some zombie games before that Rax and Bev and I were playing. So
Cool.
yeah, video games are a good way to get your frustration out.
Yeah.
My husband
they
used to
calm
play
me down.
Skyrim a lot.
Yeah. So
Baba,
let's see.
Skyrim.
My husband has always been obsessed with morel hunting.
Oh, nice.
The mushrooms.
Oh, okay. I was like, okay, that's interesting. So how many different types of mushrooms do you have in your area?
We have a ton. We actually, this is a fun fact. We actually have the largest living organism in one of the forests around here. It's just a giant mushroom, essentially, that has little mushrooms, like spores that come out of it.
Yeah.
So we have lots of different mushrooms, but I would say the only safe ones that you can eat, like your safest bet would be just morels. I wouldn't risk any of the other ones.
Okay.
Just wait for like psychedelics.
Yeah, I wouldn't try.
Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get
Yvonne asked a question if that was a painting behind you, Laura. It is the images that she's showing is the high definition images that she's gotten from Brynn, but it is available as a diamond painting. So you can get a print directly from Brynn. She has an Etsy shop, which Cooter just posted the link to.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can get it in diamond painting form from lazyriverdwt.com.
Yes. And hi, Yvonne. I haven't seen you in ages. So good to see you, Show. Yes. Everything, all of the artwork I have rotating behind me, they're all available as diamond paintings from Lazy River Diamond Paintings, as well as from Brynn's Etsy shop as well.
And there will be more.
My dog. He's trying to get in the room.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. I'm trying to wake up my husband to come fix my speakers. They're crackling, so something's touching something.
He's
so come crawl under my desk. Oh my gosh.
This is Rico.
I need a doggo like that. My dogs are all huge. I can't even get them in the bathtub anymore.
Is that like a Chihuahua mix?
He's a toy Australian Shepherd.
Oh my gosh. Don't look at this, Adam, because I'm going to want a dog.
I don't hear that.
One of our dogs that we have is actually a Beagle Australian Shepherd mix.
Oh, wow.
So shorter hair than your dog, but bigger.
Yeah, I have to trim his hair. He gets pretty fluffy.
How old is he?
He's 7 years old.
Oh,
she said dog. Rico, Cooter.
Yep, Rico.
I don't hear it right now, honey. Sorry, my husband's under my desk trying to fix the
no worries.
Oh, he's under your desk, huh? I thought we were going to be safe tonight. I thought we were going to be
cats chewed a cord.
Laura, I thought we were going to be rated G tonight, and now you got your husband under the table.
Yeah. He was under my desk trying to fix a cord. Apparently, one of the cats really chewed through a cord. So.
Our friend Cooter, her name is Veronica. She wants to know how Rico feels about the baby.
Not too sure. He I don't know. I feel like he holds a grudge ever since the day we brought my son home. And that was 4 years ago.
The attention.
Yeah.
Oh, look at the Oh, he's so adorable.
Brynn had told us before she's in the daughter's room, so that's probably what Rico's doing right now. He's like, I'm the baby now.
Yeah.
This is my room.
No, you don't have to look away, Linda. He was under the desk. You couldn't see him. Oh, he's so adorable, though.
Do you watch a lot of TV or anything, Brynn?
I don't. Okay. So this is gonna sound weird. I watch a lot of like true crime stuff when I'm working, which seems kind of counterintuitive
I've been wanting to ask you this whole time because we're so into true crime, and I'm like, oh my god, she lives like in serial killer country. Like, do you ever get scared going on your walks in the woods?
I mean, not really. I know how to protect myself, so like I don't know, and I never go alone.
Who's your favorite true crime on YouTube?
Stephanie Harlow, for sure. But I also like 10 to Life, Annie Elise a lot.
What about Simon? What about Simon, Casual Criminalist?
I don't know if I've ever watched
that. We have to send her Casual Criminalist stuff.
It's a British guy.
He's
Oh,
British,
okay,
but
cool.
And he has writers who write the story for him, and he's not huge into true crime. So when you're listening to him tell a story, it's almost kind of like you're going through hearing it the first time too. Like he just did Casey Anthony, and he lives.
Oh, that's always a good one.
He lives in Czechoslovakia, so they don't they know the name, but they don't know the story.
Yeah.
So him going through and like realizing what these people have done, you kind of go through that gut feeling of like,
Yeah.
And he
like
takes
it's your first time hearing it too.
True crime, and even though true crime is not a funny topic, but he put some of his own sarcasm and spin to the story, which it's almost enlightening in a way once you listen to some of true crime. It's nice to hear that.
And
he's awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he goes on tangents. So something in the script will make him think of something completely off topic, and then he'll make fun of himself for going on the tangent. And he's also told the writers, like, I want the CSI version of it. Like, we don't need to be gory. We don't need to go into all of that. Like, just tell the story without being gratuitous.
Yeah, for sure. So,
yeah. Okay, Linda wants to know, do you read or do books inspire you?
I have so many books I have not read. Like, I don't know. I don't read very much just because I don't have a lot of time.
Mm-hmm. Do you like audiobook or do you collect the
I have audiobooks and I have like Kindle books and stuff.
Yeah.
So, but
do you listen to anything while you paint?
I listen to like true crime videos, to be honest with you.
Do you really?
I don't know how you can create such pretty things.
I know. I think
that's kind of what I was saying. Like, I was like, so for the last like several weeks, I've just had this trial on that I listen to while I paint, and it just doesn't make sense.
Just stuck.
Yeah, that was the one. It just ended today, but
yeah,
that was a hard one.
I can't wait until they find her guilty.
Ugh, I was bawling earlier because of it. Probably not healthy, but yeah.
I don't know. I
know it's kind of crazy. Like I paint like these fanciful things, and I listen to like such kind of horrific things while I do it. But I also listen to music too. But
I find like a lot of the people who do true crime are like super compassionate, though.
For sure. I think
we're not like, oh my God, the killer. I mean, it's kind of like what makes you do what you do?
Yeah.
But I feel like it's more like learning the story of the victims. When I was little, I used to read Lurleen McDaniel's books. They're not like true books, but they're fictional, and the kids always had cancer, and I'd always cry every single book. Yeah. So like listening to true crime is kind of that like
you kind of you want to hear you like want to hear the victim's story, I guess. And so it's like you do it, you sit through the horrible things for the sake of hearing the victim's story. That's how I look at it.
Yeah.
It also makes you more aware of certain situations of how to act out in public and be aware of your surroundings.
Yeah, one of the channels I listen to, Lights Out, they actually were talking about a study that was done, which is something I said.
Lights Out podcast?
Yep.
I love them.
Lights Out podcast.
I like stickers on my water bottle. I love them.
I like the new audition with Austin.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't watched it for a while, but yeah.
His Austin used to be a writer, but now like he's actually co-hosting with him because his brother had to leave for something. To work on other projects, so he's got him on there. And they had said like they had done research studies that women are more likely to watch true crime, probably because we're most likely the victims of true crime. So it's kind of like we're looking for the red flags on how to protect ourselves, which that absolutely, I've said that before. Like I think like part of why I like it is because when I'm out on my own, like I want to know what to be aware of.
Yeah, you want to be aware, exactly.
Definitely. That's awesome. You like true crime. We're true crime junkies.
Awesome.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to do like instead of a book club, we're gonna have to do like a true crime.
Yes.
Club. That would be fun. That would be really fun. Now, have any of your pieces been like really dark and evil?
My Tiamat piece from 2021, I would say was probably like the darkest.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look that one up.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite paintings I've ever done, ever.
Okay. So your original pieces, do you sell them? Do you keep
Yep.
them?
I always sell them.
You don't keep any of them?
Unless I make it specifically for myself, then yeah, I'll probably always sell it.
Okay. So you don't hold on to any of them like sentimental value or
Not usually. There are some though that are very hard to send off, I will say.
I can understand that. I can understand
Mhm.
that. So like if someone wanted to commission you for a painting,
Yeah.
are there topics that you would not be
Yeah,
okay
for
with?
sure. I at this point, like it has to be in like the fantasy genre, because like that's kind of my zone that I work in.
Mhm.
And so it just kind of has to fit with what I normally do. It's really hard for me to do something I don't know. It would be hard for me to work in like a different genre.
Right. Okay. Good to know. So if I wanted to commission you for some Sunny's cats, you could make it in a fantasy style.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
With like a sexy dude in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rax would appreciate that. Rax would definitely appreciate that. Do you take an inventory somehow, like pictures as you complete each one?
Like for like work in progress pictures?
I don't know, Linda. Is that what you mean? I'm sure you take pictures of each of your finished pieces.
Yeah, and I do take like work in
Like,
progress
scan them
pictures
for
too.
prints.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm sure you have to keep inventory because you're trying to sell. You sell the
Yeah.
original pieces as well.
Yeah, I try to get like as good a scan or a photograph as I possibly can, because
Right.
that's all I have left after the original leaves me. So
Now, how would you ship a original painting to make sure that it's not damaged?
usually like if I usually work on paper these days, so like I will like sandwich it between like rigid cardboard and then put that inside of a rigid mailer.
Mm-hmm.
And then if it's like on like canvas or like a wooden panel, then I wrap it in like craft paper and then like put like crumpled up craft paper all around. You can use bubble wrap too. I just like craft paper better because it's, I don't know, I feel like it's sturdier.
Yeah.
And then just package it up as tightly as possible so there's not a lot of jostling around. And
Yeah.
that's it. I've never had I don't think I've ever had anything get damaged. So
That's great.
Yeah.
Wow.
I've shipped hundreds of pieces.
Wow.
And like internationally as well.
Yeah, I think I've had one package ever get lost, and it was an international package. But
Wow.
yeah.
That's horrible when that happens.
Oh yeah. Gut wrenching.
Just so you know what you have done. Oh, Linda's saying inventory just so you know what you've done or refer back to the technique.
Yep.
Okay. Oh.
Sorry.
Well, it is 9:00, and I know Brynn has children that she needs to probably attend to, and she was so gracious to give us this hour to talk about her
It was
art,
fun.
about herself. So we are just thrilled you are now a part of the diamond painting community, and hopefully Lazy River Diamond Paintings will license more of your artwork in the near future.
Yeah,
I have a backlog.
You have a backlog?
I have a ton. I went through like her Etsy and was like, I want
Yeah, and I
Some people
have more that aren't on my Etsy anymore, but yeah, anything you want, I don't mind licensing out. So
That's amazing. That's amazing. Who has her artwork? What do you mean, Cajun? For diamond paintings, it's Lazy River Diamond Paintings, and all the links are in the description. And she has, as a diamond painting, Lazy River Diamond Paintings. Yep. The link should be in the description for their website. And I think she's got 7 pieces right now that are available as diamond paintings. So Yvonne bought the owls one. Awesome. Thanks, Yvonne, for supporting a small artist and supporting Lazy River. Yes, awesome. Well, Brynn, thank you so much for being with us tonight. We really, really appreciate it.
thank you for having me. This was super fun.
Yes. And hopefully we'll get you a diamond painting so you can try it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go look through the catalog tonight.
You should.
Yes.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate it. Please go check out Brynn's shop as well as Lazy River. And we will see you again I will see you again next Monday night, new time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So everybody have a great night.
Bye.